Hello, ladies and gentlemen, cyborgs and attack helicopters. Welcome back to Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance on AoC.
I forgot what our initials stood for a second. What does the acronym stand for, people?
We still don't know because no one's bothered to tell us.
Yeah, people are commenting stuff.
Yeah. What does
people are
for?
They're commenting everything but that.
I know, right?
Oh. No.
As always, I am the one with the controller in his hand, Crunch, and with me I have QB and our man in the box, Scotty.
He's still in there. He hasn't come out for ages.
Quick,
how are you?
Quick, poke the box with a stick, see if something happens.
Are you there? Are you there? Scotty?
I'm still here, I'm sorry, the box is a little bit soundproof.
You gotta bash it really hard to get his attention.
It's a solid box.
Excuse me, I had to add some soundproofing to the box because it's getting very noisy outside with all the gunfire.
I mean, true.
Alright,
I understand we're in the middle of a war zone, Kitty.
Alrighty, well, on today's adventure, we are apparently going to be dealing with some cops as we move on to Chapter 3. And we're also going to Denver.
And, never been there.
Neither have I.
Me
Oh,
either.
dull and dreary. Fit right in.
Are still investigating a motive.
Excuse me, did I just see a man in a robot suit drive a car? No, son, you're definitely smoking.
But I swear I saw it!
To strengthen relations amidst a surge of anti-American sentiment in the region.
Yo, me ninja brother! George, good to see you up and about. How you feeling?
How is that good?
No pain, no while them hunger space eat, and me never ever.
I'm gonna start drinking.
1
minute, guys, I'm just gonna start drinking. It's gonna be a long night. I need more drink.
Sorry, kid. You just be in the way.
Aww.
Oh yeah, for anyone wondering, yes, Raiden did actually cut through George in the last episode.
Killing is fun games. Remember
That's why George has a cyborg shoulder. And there's also a codec call that addresses that.
That's all I needed to hear.
Inner monologue.
It yearns to bathe in the blood of your enemies.
Imagine having this like every day in your head.
Yeah, just remember that.
Just having like.
Why didn't you shoot first?
Batman car, go!
Raiden, what is this Garnia? You cannot resign!
Sorry, Boris, it's done. Can't have a Maverick employee involved in a corporate raiding now, can we?
You could at least come talk to me.
No. It was time to break away from the old team, Boris. Past time.
You cannot take on Marshall all by yourself.
I won't sit by while they butcher little kids and ship their parts around like meat. It's sick.
It's not all so simple, Raiden. They import those brains legally. For medical purposes, it's all done.
Being legal doesn't make it right.
Raiden,
Hold that thought.
Gotta go. Someone's holding his hand out like he was trying to flip a bird, but they didn't like put his finger that way.
Somebody clip that and send it to me. Yeah, there's so many uses I can do with that. It was a short game, guys. Only like 2 hours.
Whee!
Thanks for helping. Did we mean to do that?
This short stint of Burnout brought to you by Metal Gear Rising. I'm just imagining if Metal Gear Solid ever had like a racing game.
I will patrol ahead.
Military Cyborg, you are not licensed to operate in this area. You're in violation of state and federal law.
Am I now?
What about that guy next to you with the cyborg thing on his face?
183-104.7, threatening a peace officer. Deadly force is authorized.
I mean, you may be authorized to use this, but are you any good at it?
That's like saying, oh, he said something to me. Deadly force enabled.
Why are we at the local gunship convention?
It's a very good question. He's wearing a thing!
Yep, I decided in between episodes to throw on the mariachi outfit because it's funny.
Get out the mariachi band!
So we're going to be running through Denver dressed as this for a little bit.
I mean, honestly, I think it's an improvement.
Cutie, my brother, get that free caballeros thing.
Okay. Which one's that?
If you type in Donald Duck and the free caballeros.
Oh, it's not I don't know, that's the only one I know.
We're about to...
That's, I think it's what... I know it's wrong that is, you just have to think of cartoon Mexican music and it's the first one that comes up.
Yeah. Let me actually look that up quickly.
Oh, fucking
Like,
rocket
yeah, the
boys.
three caballeros.
Yeah, so we're just here screwing with the Denver police, or cops, I guess. And apparently a lot of Denver has World Marshal in their, as their,
Oh, they're in the DuckTales reboot. But
yay, duck.
imagine everyone just... Imagine just a passerby just seeing this going, huh?
They probably
A man in a
joint they're smoking out the window.
I'm on
way
man
too
is
much weed right now.
a man with a a man in a sombrero and is using a sword to slice apart the police officers.
Yep. Also, this is a thing.
Oh, wait, can we hold on this for a minute?
Yes, Tovarich.
That's a nice culture.
Well, I mean, you know, Metal Gear's gotta have a little bit of something. Oh, seriously? Nothing from you. Bye to your arm.
Can you check to see if one of them had an arm you could shoot?
No, I don't think so. Okay, just falls over.
Hmm.
No, the first guy I took down had an arm, but I don't think anyone else in that fight did.
The road is blocked by barricades. We will proceed through the buildings. You
I thought you
will
were
follow
scouting
me.
ahead. Where'd you appear?
He did, then he came back. Yeah, the one annoying thing with that stupid arm collectible is just trying to figure out who actually has one, and then dealing with them. Also, we have one of these. Oh no, we have two of these.
Oh no, Transformers.
I'm not playing Devastation. That seems annoying.
We eventually do a video about Transformers.
Well, I mean, like, eventually I might play, like, War for Cybertron or something, but Transformers Devastation, I don't know. I'm not good enough at that game for one thing, and Another thing, I just don't much care for it. Or to say, I'm not going to not excited on anything to it. Who knows, maybe some more time on it will change my mind. But for now, nope. Not a big fan. Yeah, so I got two of these things to deal with at the same time. You know, one's not bad enough. You gotta add more. Ooh, there we go. Y'all face off. Also, I like how we have the rules of nature playing in the background once again. Of course, since this isn't an epic boss fight, we don't get the lyrics. I don't know if you can actually sneak past these guys in this area. I think you can, but I don't think you want to either. I think taking them down is actually still a ranked fight. You do want to take them down. You get full marks from full level. Got armor. And finish it. Let's go. Ah, should have grabbed before. Yep, there it is, ranked. I only got a B, oh well.
HQ, requesting the zone be designated for heightened security.
Ah, there's an arm that needs to be
upgrading security
wired.
Must be relinquished from his holder. Yes, sir, let me take your hand.
Maybe anyone says relinquished, I just think of the Yu-Gi-Oh card. I know it's obvious stupid reference, but I'm just like, yeah, it's every time.
That card is...
Japanese name.
It's hilarious considering it's still usable. Just remember current Yu-Gi-Oh, the game where cards get better instead of worse over time.
Although, like I said, I still prefer the Japanese name for relinquished. I summon sacrifice. You get to hear the very, very campy sounding Japanese Pegasus.
Through Denver. We intercepted call for backup during your last fight. The caller's position is on your Soliton radar. You can engage if you wish.
Personally, I wish Raiden would run around throughout the entire game in the sombrero, in just default.
I mean, as long as we have it, we could.
We are going to.
Let's go back here and see what's going down this plant area. Oh, for these guys. Prepare for a lot of parrying. Yeah, these guys friggin' love to parry you. So 90% of the time you end up in parry fights. Pole arm.
Put all the arms off.
Yeah, trying to go for the finish on that.
Nope.
You can't fight me, your arms are off.
Draw.
Go on, you pansy. What's the matter with you?
Alright, so normally when the bridge work isn't destroyed, you can actually like just walk up there and just go straight up this way, but since all that's gone, we have to go up here. We have to actually take the door. And run up escalators.
Sounds fun.
Got ourselves a thing here, and up here is a collectible.
A collectible, you say?
Yeah. Also, you can totally fuck up the one. Nah.
I mean, what? Why wouldn't you crunch? That's the real question.
Alright.
If there's property in a game, you should. That's destructible. Destroy it.
Yeah.
Do you really have to do this?
Look, I'm fed up with all of it. Companies like ours, yours, bend the laws when it suits business. Why not bend it when it can save innocent lives?
Raiden.
Boris, listen to me. That VR training, they'll be warped into killing machines. They'll be set on POWs, civilians. It'll be one atrocity after another.
Like what you went through.
We can't have any more Jack the Rippers. You saw what happened with George.
I had to chop him in half.
Boris. I have to.
I mean, that's random right there.
Kids from becoming cyborgs.
I love how they gave me like this deep discussion about we need to save the children, and then you're looking at that.
I know.
Think of the children! Would somebody please think of the children?
Your mother's a Japanese lady just smiling at us.
And your wife and son? What of them?
They're in New Zealand. Safe.
Oh, they're in New Zealand. That means they're perfectly safe.
Right.
Nothing bad happens in New Zealand.
Nothing bad ever happens in New Zealand. Looks at the Lord of the Rings, looks at the Hobbit, looks at Power Rangers.
And your actions as unlawful.
You know,
Why does everybody keep attacking New Zealand? Is it just because nobody gives a fuck?
Now, increase your codec encryption. Do not worry
I
about
don't know.
And unofficially?
I'll do all I can over the codec to help. I do not like what those Mudaki are doing any more than you.
Spasiba,
Muda?
Tovarich. Spasiba.
No.
Yes, Tovarich.
Oh yeah, I forgot to actually change this on that.
Why?
I don't know. Oh yeah, one thing I didn't actually show off, which I should have. When you start the level, the only people you can talk to are Doctor and Wolf. Because Raiden's all like, hey, I'm not going to be part of Maverick while I'm doing this whole corporate raid thing. So you lose like Boris, Courtney, and Kevin. But then after that conversation, you get them all back. In your code.
Not Kevin!
Also, I love how we have a floor guide for this newspaper. Apparently all the science topics are on floor 10.
I miss Kevin. I mean, we just remember, whenever there's a game, whenever there's anything in a building, it's always on the top floor.
Well, that's only showing off like the first 10 floors. There could be more to this building, which the problem.
So, like, think about every anime. Everything always happens either at the top of it or on the roof.
Also, chopping up the vending machines can give you like electrolyte packs.
Mm-hmm.
Can I not shop this? I don't know.
Where they've indestructible.
No, it takes a lot apparently.
One, two, three, 4, 5. What is this? This is awkward. I need people for turning the luggage.
Yeah, now we have two of these guys in this tight, cramped space.
This reminds me of a video I was watching about a guy who was playing Raft. You have to put a code in, but he didn't want to look for it where it was in the game, so he just put in every code in a 4-digit thing. It took him, I think, forever to get to the right one.
Well, I mean, yeah, even with only 4 digits, that is a lot of potential combinations.
It's like that joke. Well, no, the best joke about that is still the one in Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge. 9997, 9998, 999. Oh, it works. I am now the ruler of all doors.
Please enter secondary password.
No, curse you, door! I will hunt down all your kind to extinction!
Was that actually like part of that? Or am I just like...
Yeah, no, you're correct. That is what happened. And that's what he says
that
afterwards.
as like a joke. I couldn't remember.
No, that is what he said. That is what happens. He gets to the door and is like, yes, I have done it. I will now be declared the ruler of all doors. Nothing will get in my way. Then that happens.
Enter secondary password. I can't remember if that actually happened or if I was just.
Oh no! The other great bit is this. Robots. You know what that means? I can be as hardcore as I want, and it will still be considered PG.
I mean, that's just facts right there. You know, it's okay to be violent as long as it's robots. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
humans. No, then you gotta up the rating.
The reason why Bender and Futurama got away with doing like how he was because the creator found out that you can literally get away with anything as long as the character's a robot on TV.
I mean, it works.
Yeah.
Also, something I forgot that I haven't shown off yet is what happens when you use the cardboard boxes with this outfit. That's the wrong button.
That's brilliant.
I am Senor Box.
There's something else that you can get later on that you can also do this with. Also, speaking of boxes. Ooh, what have we here? Hello, fellow box. How be it today?
It's the one that Scotty's in.
There's a rumor the MIBs come from air.
Oh no, who's this? Scotty, who's this guy?
I believe that is Agent J.
Agent
J.
No.
The brother to Agent K, but we do not talk about Agent K. Agent K is the better.
You know what? You can live.
No. You don't have to kill him to get this collection.
No, you don't. I think you just have to chop the box.
You might want to check that.
None must.
He's rocking that thing on there. Not one of them's got an arm. Got the back.
Let me just take your arm off.
Oh. Oh crap, that's good. That's the outfit, right? I don't want to too much.
How resilient is this glass?
Huh?
How resilient is that glass behind
Very,
you?
also, he exploded. So, oh well.
Lost the arm.
Yep, have to come back to that one later. Also, I do love how you can just frickin' turn into a tornado on the floor with the pole arm.
I love Beyblade.
Damn it, you stole my joke.
Yes!
Let it rip.
You snooze! You snooze, you lose, bitch!
No way I can snooze.
What's your status?
I am reviewing the pre-flight checklist now. I have hired contractors to handle shipping the brain units. We should be airborne in just a few minutes.
You sure you can pilot that chopper by yourself?
Right, of course. Need I remind you that we live in the golden age of unmanned flight? Even manned helicopters possess a robust semi-automatic mode. It is simple, really. So simple that I can continue to monitor your status and world marshal security from
like
the
a
pilot
simple
seat.
game of chess.
I must say, for the world's largest
Helicopter crash.
PAC, their security procedures are quite poor. Quite poor. Sadly, I did not have the necessary permissions to override their plans. Nevertheless, the data I did find should prove most useful. So please, do feel free to contact me whenever you like.
Appreciate it.
As the helicopter goes
Well,
overhead.
not every day one has the chance to collect so many brains. Think of the data, the research. Oh, and of course, your personal safety was a concern as well.
Of course, you know.
I want the
priority.
brains. I want the brains for my research. Also, I heard. Right. But the brains!
Anyway, so we have this thing here for those who know Metal Gear Solid 4 will recognize it. It's a drum can. Essentially,
Yes,
it's just a metal version of the cardboard box, which also means you can do this.
Da 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 da.
He's a mariachi drummer.
Da 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 da
You can sneak
da.
around in this too if you want.
Hey, why is that guy? Why is that tube with a sombrero walking around, Jeff?
It's really sad though when this is introduced in MGS.
You can also do this.
Where there's a guy. I remember the scene with seeing this is introduced in MGS4. Just come across the guy just going.
Oh yeah, Johnny.
Where Johnny?
In this game, no. So I'm not sure if I can get him to do it here, but if I remember correctly, there's a thing that you can kind of trigger. Oh, there it is. I don't know exactly how that works, considering he's in a robot body now. He doesn't have a stomach to turn, but it's a nice touch that they still kept that.
Robot body probably still has a gag reflex.
Also, you can totally fall off of this crane. I've done that a few times. It's annoying. Okay, do a quick survey of the area. Nope, someone's got an arm down there.
Oh no,
And
they
he's got a
have.
robot. And he's got a jetpack, so or a flight pack, so that's gonna be annoying.
It's the birds.
Yeah. Off the top rope. Wow. My aim on that was off.
Nobody saw that.
Apparently.
Hey,
Nobody saw that.
I know, right? How does that make sense? I'm actually curious to see how long I can stay like this. The dude in the air is probably my only real issue. Nope, that didn't last long. Yeah, it's not as easy to be stealthy in this game just because you can't really tell where everyone's looking per se. Whereas like in the MGS proper, you can see on the radar, it's like, oh, these guys are looking that direction. Please stay out of that cone of color.
I think the heal units are stronger. Let's get forward to it.
I think that's for like doing a bunch of carrying.
Yeah, it's fine.
That. And let's see what I can do with you.
Status report. What's happening?
Hey, got it.
We seem to be attacked by a man in a sombrero. He is killing us all.
There's just
Running
something
around
hilarious about this. Having this
Running-
sombrero.
I just love the fact that there's a man with a sombrero, massive sword katana thing, and high heels running around. And I know they're not high heels, but. Whee!
They are perma high heels because that's just his feet.
Yeah, so fabulous.
Very-
Only Raiden could pull off. Only Raiden could pull off that look.
Alright.
Unless you want me to test this.
Alright, so if you come over here, there's a chest.
What's the catch? Is it just there or?
Well, it's money. The catch is when you try to leave, you get ambushed. And this is actually one of their hidden ranked fights. Where basically you wouldn't know this is here unless you start exploring around. Also, just to make sure. Okay. Dude up. Ow. Spiders and their missiles are so fucking annoying. Also, I'm currently standing in midair. I don't know how that works.
I'm just looking at all those guys and thinking of all of the vulture from Spider-Man. And before you say
And I'm just thinking, how many Spider-Man games actually have vultures in them?
I think the PS4 one does. I could be wrong.
I think the, I want to say the first Spider-Man movie game had Vulture. But I think I remember seeing some kind of, like, trailer where was included footage of, Spidey on Vulture's head punching him.
There are so many good. Vulture's probably one of the most reinvented Spider-Man villains, I think.
Yeah.
And it's the same series where you had one time where Dr. Octopus became Spider-Man. I missed that.
Oh yeah, Superior Spider-Man.
Superior Spider-Man. It was great, and then Marvel were like, "Yeah, no, let's just bring back Peter." I'm like, "You ruined it."
Yeah, here comes more spiders. Anyway, so we now have a new enemy type, the dude with the hammer running around that I'm ignoring for a moment. So the flight guys.
We want him to put the hammer down.
Well, I definitely want to... Ow! Didn't catch me midair with that thing. Yeah, he hits hard, as you would expect from someone with a big hammer. And when it's glowing yellow, that's actually a move you're not able to block. And now there's two of them, so... This is just a fun dance. You know, you got this guy over here inside and get fast.
This is peachy.
This is fine. Oh shit, nope. Ow. Thought I got out of range.
I feel like over the last year that whole clip of "this is fine" has taken on a whole new meaning.
It really has.
This
everything that's gone on.
Yeah.
And then wasn't there like a newer version that came out where it was the dog being like, "No, this is not fine. This sucks," or whatever.
Yeah, I think the dog.
But yeah, these dudes are heavily armored. They hit like a tank.
They're like mini bosses or something.
No, these are just dudes that you can run into.
Yeah.
So we will be seeing more of them, unfortunately. Sucks, but that one now has no hammer to deal with. There while I deal with his partner.
Now don't get up and walk away.
I think he exploded actually. Because I don't see him anymore.
Oh, he's lost his hammer.
Yep.
Yeah, look at the arms! Look at the arms in proportion to what his legs are like.
I know. These guys clearly, despite running around with massive hammers, these guys clearly mostly focus on legs to do.
And didn't skip out on leg day.
Yeah, the other one disappeared. But he probably blew up or something. Yeah, I do love the way that the scoring is done in this game for the ranks, because like, even if you like, what the fuck was that? I've never seen Raiden do that. That's wild. Like, even if you like tank in certain categories, just making up for it in other categories, will get used into score.
The gamer goes temporarily then when he was floating.
Ow. Oh yeah, there's a hammerhead over there. Here. Well, that guy can do now is kick, so... Let's go deal with the helicopter. Die already. I miss having the move that actually like lets you like kick out towards them. So much easier. Chop you up. Screw you. Oh! Okay. I did not expect to see that one.
What happened?
So that is the bonus that I just got for that. I didn't get a no damage bonus. I got a no kills bonus. Essentially, if you, oh yeah, by the way, this is like, that guy right there has probably the worst, one of the worst collectibles in the game to get. That slider that just flew past. He's carrying one of the hard drives. So you have to basically tag him in mid-flight in order to get it. Even though I knew it was coming, I'm like, that's still stupid annoying. I hate that one. But no, what I was saying is that no kills is one of the bonuses you can get if you basically just don't kill anybody. And primarily this counts only for like the humanoid enemies like these guys. So basically, if you chop off like all their arms and legs and don't put too much damage on like their core, they'll just sit around and on the floor unable to do anything, and eventually they disappear. So you can end some fights without actually killing anyone, which gets you an extra 1,500 points.
What do they do? Some things World Marshal does not appreciate.
Also, I'm just gonna deal with this. This is a hot.
Hey, what's that? Hey, what's that?
Rocket.
It's a man with a bazooka. It's a man firing a bazooka.
The man in a sombrero with a bazooka. I actually can't tell if he's still alive or not. That is a hostage situation that we walked into. So it's another case of if you can save him, if you can get to him and stop him from killing him, then, you know, awesome. But I'm not sure if he got shot at or not. What the hell? Let me go. Also, I know one of those guys had an arm, but I'm pretty sure I've already lost that. Probably shredded him earlier. There we go. Let's see, is this guy actually still alive? Holy cow, he's alive.
I'm just very badly injured.
Don't let those fuckers get away with this, okay? Thank you so much.
Who are you again?
Really, Raiden? Ripping off people's clothes?
Yeah, you can also do that to the civvies, and your team has an interesting comment.
For all his achievements,
I mean, why
man
not?
is still capable of such depravity, still driven by such cruel impulses.
Wolf.
What a perv.
I know it is your instinct to test the limits. Still, I find it pitiful.
Doctor doesn't have anything to say about that.
What the hell, man? This is your idea of a good time? Stripping dudes in public? I didn't know you were in
Well,
Right. Sorry. It was an accident.
my sword
I'm not
slipped.
here to judge. But next time, find someone consenting and do it on your own damn time.
Right! What are you doing? You left Maverick for this?
Oh. Huh. Okay. So, interestingly, as a fun note, because there's there's one hostage in the first level that you can do that to, in the Mistral level. If you call Boris, he actually like gets mad at you for doing that, and he'll say it's like, if you keep doing this, we're gonna have to pull the plug on this whole operation. I didn't actually know that there was a different version for that in this mission, since, you know, technically we're not part of Maverick anymore.
Raiden? What the hell do you call that?
It was a...
Sick, Raiden. I call it sick. You can save your own damn data.
But I just took out the bad guys, Mom. I was like him talking to his parents level.
I know, it's kind of funny. Also, this poor guy now just has to freeze up here on the roof.
Yeah, sucks to be you, bye.
And even then,
You cannot proceed any further via the rooftops. There is a
God
freight
damn it.
railroad.
I mean, literally all he has to
underground.
do is just open the door and go downstairs, and it's fine now. Anyway, I'm going to swap off the pole arm for a bit. Oh, that was the move I was forgetting I had. Whee! Nothing like making an entrance.
This must be the railroad.
It would appear so. Likely part of Denver's old system. This city was a major transport hub in the early years of freight trains. This particular line appears to have been abandoned some time ago. It was originally constructed to transport supplies to an underground factory. But now, it seems even the electrical system is no longer functioning.
Yeah, it's pitch black in here.
As a cyborg, I trust this is not a serious concern.
No, because we do have AR mode.
I'm learning so much about the Denver train system today.
Video games. Who says they can't be educational?
Especially Honey Pop 2-Up. Very educational.
Right, so anyway, yeah, most of this section is in the dark, and this is kind of a problem. Primarily because the problem comes in is that with the way that the AR system is set up, if you start like sprinting or attacking or anything, it deactivates. And then you're left in the dark again. You have to turn it back on otherwise to be able to see what you're doing. So it's kind of annoying, to put it mildly. And then yeah, we've got Mastiffs running around, doing their best Mega Man posing. You can, of course, sneak up behind them and take them down that way. I don't believe there's any ranks in this area, so playing stealthy, you're not missing out on much. That being said, I heard that one. Also, that being said, despite the fact that it's super dark down here, if you do end up in combat, they helpfully light up part of the area for a little bit. So you can actually see what the hell you're doing. You know, very handy. I hate these grabs. And off with your other arm. Okay, that silhouette shot's kind of cool. Just explosion in the silhouette. We've got a box back here. What's in the box? Another EM grenade. Hey, I don't remember if I pointed it out in any of the previous episodes, but when you're full up on a certain type of item, instead of like trying to add it to your inventory, it just converts into battle points. Also, that thing is hanging on the wall. Oh yeah, these guys.
Some good decoration crunch.
You know, when you want to really bust out the festive decorations, just bust out the cyborgs. Just hang them on your wall.
I mean,
do that every year for Christmas.
Yeah, don't you? It keeps the nosy bastards outside the way. You want to talk to people? You want to talk to people? Jesus. Good lord.
Ow. Well, you can just completely ruin those things like that. Just like weaken their limbs and be like, alright, chop chop, you're done. Around. And there's one more like up here. Oh yeah. There's also an achievement for this part of the level for doing this entire thing without ever using your AR vision. So I'd like to point out that achievement is kind of annoying.
Run through the dark swinging his sword.
Basically, yeah.
There is a maintenance shaft up ahead. Use
Like I
it
said,
to
you
return to the surface.
if you run into any of the enemy, like you can kind of see them just because of the fact that like they have frickin' lights on their face, but it's still really hard to tell where they are sometimes. You're actually like trying to avoid them, and then again, avoiding them doesn't mean anything.
Dude, I was about to go on vacation. Why are you destroying me?
Also, I believe that achievement that just popped up is for killing X amount of mastiffs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. One of these guys shows up down here. The little double gecko. I don't know why this part's still dark, but normally this part lights up, but I don't know why these guys aren't lighting up that much. I also love how this stupid joke enemy is actually like doing some damage. There we go. One of those done, and another EMP in red. I believe up here is like the only actual like ranked fight.
I love Batman Arkham Asylum.
It's kind of feel like that.
Yeah, just what it reminds me of looking at all this.
Ow.
I think we can have a good working relationship if we keep this up.
Oh my god. Fucking... What the hell?
What sorcery is this?
It's a mastiff, and I hate them. They are very obnoxious. So you basically get rid of their limit. In this case, they're slightly less obnoxious. Ah, I hate. That is actually a game thing for games I do not much care for. Is just having to do a lot of stick waggling to like get out of blocks and stuff like that. It's annoying as hell. There's a man in the box. Go back in this box. I haven't heard him in a while.
I don't know. I think he's having a little rest in his box.
Also, yeah, I utterly tanked that one. Not good. Not great.
You got through it, and that's what counts in the end. Probably, I don't know. I'm bad at playing video games, what am I saying?
I said that whole in the dark section sucks.
Right. It would appear your only way forward is to return to the surface. You will exit into an evacuated commercial district. Security is heavy, but you need not worry about collateral damage when engaging the enemy.
Basically, rip and tear.
Finally, I can
go nuts, bitch!
To the right from the exit, you will find a stairway on your right. Those
Rip and
stairs
tear,
lead to a
rip.
shortcut to World Marshal headquarters. Do not be distracted by the advertisements. You are not here as a tourist.
Do not get distracted by the advertisements.
Two for Rose, and that'll be it.
Raiden, we must hurry.
Remind me to teach you about sarcasm sometime.
I understand your attempts at humor. I simply do not find them entertaining.
Oh, how I could use that on so many people. So many people.
I'm starting to think you are starting to relate to Wolf.
I am the dog. I am the dog to your Raiden.
Okay. That's a thing that could be taken out of context.
I know.
Oh, right. I forgot there was one of these guys up there.
I immediately regretted saying that after I said it. Not really. Comedy! Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I'm gonna try and avoid that grass by hanging out on the bridge.
That's why we need to workshop my humor. I need the whiteboard. To be fair though, I think most things can be taken out of context.
Yeah, no. Literally anything can be taken out of context that's done correctly. Also, that man has an arm.
Do that?
For that. Nope, I think I missed it. Yeah. Oh well. Right. This is bad angling.
It appears there are enemies on the overpass.
Indeed there are. I'm avoiding them.
Supports. That should bring it down.
I mean, I have to. Sadly. Not that I wanted to, but you know. Rude rat. I feel like how the music actually like shifts though. It's like it was playing a different track earlier, now it sounds like it's playing a little bit of nature. I know, I think it is actually still playing the other song. It just has some similar riffing to it. Goodbye to your dick gun. No, it's not really a dick gun. Kind of sticks with one.
I like it's just sitting there taking it.
I know, I love the pose, like when you actually get it for a finishing move, where it just like falls over and it's just sitting there like a defeated child. So funny.
I don't want to go to my room.
You can't make me, Mom. Yes, I can.
I'm an adult. No, you're not.
Alright, so we have a dude with an arm coming up. Let's see if I can get it. I have to do like so much cleanup for collectibles that I've missed.
How did he not see?
Oh, I'm bad position. Damn it. Collectibles are so much easier to get when you don't have to worry about your blade mode running out, but because you do have to worry about that, they're annoying. Also, I see that box over there. Also, I see a big hammer man. Oh no. Wow. There we go, got it. Games are like really worth on. You think with like how much time I've spent with this game, I'd be better at dealing with the blade mode, but no. I think I'm also just too used to playing with my other save file where I'm like ultra powered and just have like everything that I can do.
Head for the next objective marker.
It's going to be very interesting whenever we get around to playing like a different game at some point. Anyway, I pop this open and life upgrades. We can take more hits now. Yay. There's another arm man up there. This is probably the most annoying part of just these collectibles, is just checking. Okay, who has an arm? Who has
I want
a hand
to take your arm.
Who has a hand that I'm going to try and steal?
Can't wait to move on to a game where we can't make hand jokes.
Huh?
Can't wait to move on to another game where we can't make hand jokes.
I mean, I could always play a game where a dude loses his hand. And his hand is like one of the big mechanics. Why can I not come up there?
You got that guy's attention.
Yep. Oh well.
This is
Julian Fry. Place up this guy. Ow. I hate rockets. Rocketeers are so annoying. You're probably the dude with an arm. Oh, look, yes you are. And I copied the wrong guy.
LQ-84 Fenrir.
Oh.
To speak. A real dog has a far greater intellect.
Yeah, I like how he's mentioning one of the enemies that just spawned in and we can't even see him. But yeah, so these guys now show up every so often. It's Blade Wolf's default, their original form, except this guy has a railgun on his back, as opposed to a chainsaw. So, you know, that's fun. Ow.
Betrayal!
Well, I mean, it's not our Blade Wolf.
Top 10 anime betrayals.
I'd say that if it was our Blade Wolf, but it's not.
Yeah, yeah.
I do also love how, like, he still has to, like, pick it up off of his back to fire it.
I do like the top 10 anime betrayal meme. Watchamojo is such a meme.
Yeah. Oh, that takes care of his offensive cannon. Goodbye, doggy. Your big brother's cooler.
I mean, where's the lie?
Oh yeah, this area is also ranked. I forgot about that. Let's see. Taste of Denver. Experience the best of the Mile High City. Also, I like how underneath that advertisement is a clothing shop window, but it is a flat texture. It's just a picture.
Oh my god.
Also a sports outlet.
Jetstream Sam.
Oh my god, it's the most intimidating villain. Jetstream Sam. What?
This game is so serious.
What are you talking about? This is not a serious game. Look at our protagonist wearing a sombrero. Yes.
I will say it is kind of sad that all the cutscenes are not in engine. To see him doing this in the sombrero would have been hilarious.
All those cyborgs you've killed up to now, maybe they weren't kids, but they were people. You ever think about them? When you're chopping them into hamburger?
Yum.
They're adults.
Hamburgers taste delicious, bitch.
Sure they're adults. Sure they signed up for this. Right on the dotted line of their BMC contract. Usually they're no strangers.
I love how they have this all set up just for this.
I know, right?
I'm not theatrical, I'm just a villain. So let me go from these different screens. We've probably got some tech people who are probably completely trained just on setting this up.
When your country's embroiled in civil war, pain receptors shut down, pumped full of fear-inhibiting nanomachines and sent right into the blender. Your blender? But they made their choice, right? Open your eye and see, Raiden.
I love how they're like just having this whole thing of like.
Then listen.
Just
those battlefield emotions that the nanos suppress.
Like, yeah, you're killing cyborgs, but they're still people. Even if they're adults that signed up for this, you're still murdering.
There he is! Kill him! Can we take him? What's wrong?
The way he killed all the others? Oh god.
Which now has somehow turned into this. He somehow now has telepathy or something?
This isn't fair. Little punk.
Listen closely now.
Die! This life. I watched my wife and son die. This is all I had left. You ain't shit!
I'll go on Twitter. I'll go on Twitter and there's this really serious bit about Mortal Kombat and the first thing I see is Necopara.
Ow, my face.
Is something the matter, Raiden?
I just got hit in the face, you twit.
Also, I love how these things just like these inner monologues that keep going. It feels like they should belong to like different people, but they're all like just these two clowns.
What am I fighting for?
Let's just bring back that dead meme. Speaking of.
Crunch, you know memes. Crunch, you know memes aren't. Memes never die. They just go into a state of They go into a state of limbo.
They just
until
hibernate for a while.
Until some asshole like me just decides to pluck it out and bring it back to relevancy for 10 seconds. I regret nothing. Like him. You just repelled 2.
Yeah. If you manage to chop like more than one, you can like tear them all in succession. Which is really fun for like those times where you have like 3 or more attacking you at once. You just like slap all of them in one shot.
I thought they had a choice. A fair choice. Not like you.
People are different.
I still love he's just got blades like on the backs of his legs.
You're all the same, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You and your brothers. Manipulating mankind for our own good.
It appears my statement has upset you. I apologize.
No, it's... I know you're right.
What a buddy cop movie with these two.
Oh,
they solve crime. They solve crimes in an overly cartoony way.
Altering the course of mankind is
Any time spent with Blade Wolf is great.
Yeah, the new Inspector Gadget. Why is this? There's a dog or a wolf, whatever, but still.
I'm surprised they haven't had like an Inspector Gadget variation where the dog's a cyborg or like a robot.
I mean, considering how many versions though, there was a version where there was like an iteration where it was literally just the same as the original, except there were like 2 miniaturized. There were 2 miniature robot versions of him. That existed.
Man, when was the last time anything new was made for Inspector Gadget? Now that I think about
I think there was a Netflix series. Let me have a look. There was a CGI Netflix series that was apparently meant to be good.
Right. Your current emotional state appears highly volatile. I am sure you do not intend to abort the mission, but I suggest
Let's look up the Inspector Gadget franchise. It's a media franchise. It's been going since 1983.
I know, it's crazy to think how old it is. Anyway, so this section of the game sucks. Because you're stuck dealing with Raiden having a headache now. And this is also a ranked section. The problem is that the ranking for it is really stupid. Because there's 5 dudes in this area that you have to kill. And you have to get like a, I think like max like a 4-hit combo, which that part I already took care of. That.
The last Inspector Gadget thing was the Netflix seat for a Netflix series that went for 4 seasons between 2015 and 2018.
Huh.
But yeah, there was a massive gap in massive gap. The thing before that was ended in 2003, and that was that previously mentioned one about the miniaturized versions of him.
I remember I think the last time I saw anything Inspector Gadget was probably those 2 live-action movies.
Oh god, I just remembered those.
Wasn't it Matthew Broderick that they put as
I think
Gadget?
he was yeah, in the first one I think.
Yeah,
I think the second one I love how that's like a never-ending.
So weird.
I think it's just people always debate which actor was better. I was like,
I think it depends on like what style of gadget were you looking for. It's one of those instances, because like the guy in the second movie very much basically was the cartoon. Like the second movie was just the cartoon in live action form. Like because Gadget was an absolute dipshit. You know, Penny and Brain were doing all the actual work. Claw was like this mysterious.
Oh yeah, they didn't show him because in the first one they showed him.
Yeah, they showed him. They showed him. They even show how he, like, you know, got his hand fucked up and had to go turn it into the claw. The second movie was just a cartoon episode in live action, whereas like the first movie is Hollywood's typical. Hey, let's take something goofy from the old days and reimagine it in live action. That'll work fantastically.
Probably say I preferred the second version because at least it was like kind of, it was insane. On like, I understood why it was insane.
Like I said, it
because when you,
being a cartoon.
I know, but like the first one was insane in like a bad way because like I didn't like the whole. I think the worst thing was revealing who Claw was because I don't think you should ever do that.
Yeah.
Or showing his face because I think that's kind of like the whole point of him is you only see like a chair with his hand and that voice.
Also, I just realized Inspector Gadget is basically like RoboCop for children.
I know. That's why it's amazing.
Also, something I should comment about with the game right at the moment. This is another one of those situations that I nicknamed a locked state instance, because no matter how many times you play this game, whenever you get to this part, you're always forced to be like this, and I absolutely hate the fact that the game does this.
It looks like he's got a hangover.
Yeah, basically. Like, he's supposed to be like mentally messed up or whatever, but you know, the way he walks, he looks like he's suffering from a hangover. And you only have a 2-hit combo. And so, like, even if you come back here later on with, like, max power, all your moves, like, just everything, as soon as you hit this sequence, it immediately locks you out of all of that stuff and sticks you into this. Also, I'm going to do something just as a prep for what's coming up. That. That'll be important later. Yeah, here we are, saddling up to the World Marshal Building. Holy shit, this thing's off.
Out of the way.
Oh yeah, you can't block either. You can't parry or anything.
I want to see your boss. Love it through.
Yeah. This section here is, I believe, the main reason why you can't pull a no damage chapter clear. At least one nice thing is because of the way that this is set up, you can't actually die during this. And you can also see Sam is sidling up in the background. Actually, I don't think these guys can even die. So now they're stopping from attacking.
Not so black and white now, is it?
Yeah, this section stinks.
Or is that just what you tell yourself? Fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you. And the high horse you rode in on.
And there he is.
My name is Monsoon, of the winds of destruction. Yeah, I guessed as much.
Dun, dun. His gimmick is so dang goofy.
His arm fall off, boy.
He's literally held together by magnets.
I am master of magnet. I wasn't do the full quote, but...
Feasting on the insides of your enemies? How easily
He's also
you ignore the
handy
loss
as
of life
fuck.
when it suits your convenience.
I mean, that's just the best quality in a villain.
So tell me, who saves the weak from the man who saves the weak?
You're the ones exploiting them. You take advantage of their weakness. Of course they get hurt when you set them up as your human shield.
Kill or be killed, Jack. Phnom Penh taught me that.
Oh yes, this is where we get into the memes.
You aren't the only one.
What?
War is a cruel parent, but an effective teacher. Its final lesson is carved deep in my psyche. That this world and all its people are diseased.
The one thing I do appreciate is that in later playthrough or like repeat playthroughs, you can actually skip this part. There he goes. Also, if you look off to the side, you'll see this guy standing here. The thing I'm looking for hasn't shown up yet, so back to him for a minute.
They become a carrier. Envy, greed, despair,
there we go.
Oh, one of my friends told me about this.
You can't fight nature,
yep.
Jack.
Stay over this side long enough, the cat from the first level shows up. And this is honestly more entertaining to look at than Monsoon postulating in my face.
Something that saves
Kitty!
lives, a means of justice. Now there's a pretty
so why is that cat running around out in the garden?
It spared you the burden of all the lives you've taken. Absolved you of guilt when you enjoyed it.
Also, look how that dude like started animating like he's in
that
a
is until the illusion was broken.
Battle position.
Don't be ashamed. It's only nature running its course. You have no choices to make, nothing to answer for.
Do you know there's a superhero that's actually called Arm Fall Off Boy?
Die with a clear conscience.
Wait, called what?
Arm Fall Off Boy.
Arm Fall Off Boy.
Yes, he can literally rip his arms off.
What?
I knew something was
because comic books.
After the
I mean, I know comic books have like the stupidest names, but
into a
what?
It's from what? I think it's from like the 1960s or 70s.
Okay, that totally makes a lot more sense.
I told myself
that era of comics, yeah, that'll
about protecting the weak.
Then again,
but I was wrong.
Then again, you say that, and then there's like, when you look at the modern era, and we got stuff like the Batman Who Laughs, who's just like, what if we took the Joker and Batman, smashed them together, and sprayed the word edgelord on his head?
In America, my friends, my family.
Have you come out of the box yet?
Inside. But who am I kidding? I was born to kill.
So now we have Jack doing this.
My sword. That means of
what is this? That one dude back there just
I guess I
chilling.
Needed something to keep the Ripper in check when I was knee-deep in bodies. You? But you. All this is a wake-up call to what I really believe.
This would be really
what
funny
really
if we could see the fact that he's still wearing the sombrero.
I'm saying Jack is back.
Ow.
Doctor, turn off my pain inhibitors.
What? This is madness. You
do it.
All right.
Why do you even have pain receptors built into your body anyway? That's what I want to know.
So we can have this scene.
Pain. This is why I fight.
It hurts like hell.
Oh. Also, oh god, my spleen! This was a dumb idea, why would I do this?
My nature.
You've lost your mind.
I'm even the guy who looks like that.
Don't forget to grab the spine. Kicks away the leg.
Who's next?
Who wants a hug?
Take this dance.
Sam is so eager. Like I want to play.
He's mine. You're the boss.
Also, Sam's sheath is so unnecessarily long.
Now you're just being nasty.
I wonder how much fun this was to record in the booth.
You love so much.
Quentin and Flynn must have just had a field day with this one.
Actually, why don't I give you a demonstration? I think it's time for Jack.
Everything alright over there?
And now it's boss time. This boss is rough. Because he attacks so fast. And you have to parry every single one of those hits. And he also dodges away from your counter parries. So you can't even like get some points and damage on him that way. Also should point out, our blade mode meter is currently red. That ties into a mechanic that we'll see more of in the next episode, but for this fight, we have unlimited blade mode at our disposal. And this is also another one of those, you know, locked instances, because every time you do this fight, you always have infinite blade mode.
Unlimited blade works.
Well, I mean, it's useful, but it doesn't quite help as much as you think it would for this. Mostly because
Imagine if he took off
gimmick.
Imagine if he took off his sombrero, just a load of swords just fell out of it.
Anyway, so now Monsoon's all purple and glowy, so his magnets are on. And he'll start doing stuff like this. It's part of why you want having the infinite blade mode help. Yeah, you can just chop the shit out of everything that he throws at you. Where is he? There he is. So the reason why you want to have your EM grenades equipped for this is that you can chuck them at him and smack him in the head to turn his magnets off. Because if you try in blade mode and while they're on, people just dodge around them, so I'll show. That should actually just show off for the sake of including it. Also, this dude is probably the hardest boss in the game to try and get a no damage S rank on. And there's achievements for doing this, for getting S ranks, or not S ranks, but getting no damage runs on all of the bosses on hard. And yeah, this guy is probably the most difficult one. Part of it is because of just like the way he attacks, but also like this sequence here where he's throwing the smoke grenades. The grenades themselves actually have a hitbox to them, and if you get tagged by the explosion, it will do some damage. So that can like, easily kill your run right there. He is the only one that I still have yet to actually try and achieve a no damage run for. I've got everyone else done except for him. I can't imagine how long it's going to actually take to get that no damage run for him too. It took me forever with our final boss. This guy's been even worse. But yeah, as you can see, also he has like really ridiculous attacks like this, where he just throws his entire body at you like a... Yeah, trying to stab him or slice at him while he's like that. Yep. And when he's throwing the vehicles and stuff at you, it actually drops the grenades when you chop them up. So the game is basically giving you a hint. It's like, hey, you need to do that. I believe there's other ways that you can like stun him down, so you can just like just hit him with the little magnet control bit, but if you want to like speed through it, just DM him. Although that didn't work for some reason. Meanwhile, he also does this, which you have to parry a couple of times. And then you just chop it your moon. Or until it decides to disappear from the system.
I mean, both are good.
It's so weird when it does that. And we're in the lyrics phase, and he does this. He has a lot of like very silly attacks.
True.
Honestly, this would be like a boss that would be like really fun to play as. Like, I don't know how they would make it work. Just all the magnet nonsense that you can do. Also, I love how like he's like swaying his hips even though he's missing like the bottom part of his body. Ow. Okay, I screwed the time there.
Music sounds good.
Huh?
Music sounds good.
Oh yeah, no, his song is great. Let me try not to sing along with that. No one wants to listen to that.
Wait for your cover of it.
No.
Eventual cover of Crunch. It will be him drunkenly singing it.
Well, first off, I don't need to drink, so the drunken part won't happen.
I know what to do. We'll get Scotty to do it. He has plenty of experience with... He can drunkenly sing it with a French accent.
Oh yeah. Another one of his more fun attacks is when he's splits his body in half, and he can attack you with both halves at the exact same time. So he has to carry both halves of him. It's just wild. This whole fight is literally one that you have to like really be good with parrying. What are you doing? Ah, here we go. Trash me to shred. Get some more EM grenades. Or, you know, just eat a helicopter to the face, apparently. You know, they're trying to cut that. Come on. I am Monsoon the Meme Master, and also the most annoying fight in the game. I will forever stand by that. I honestly do believe Monsoon is worse than the final boss. And usually final bosses are supposed to be like harder and more challenging than like one of the mid-tier bosses. No, not in this game's case. I would highly say Monsoon is probably the most annoying. Ow. Also, I love how his launch attack that tries to do on you is him basically donkey kicking. Another round of this nonsense.
We're throwing tanks at you.
Just a giant garbage ball. It's like, this is like an entire thing with like a vehicles and crap. Also now we've gotten down to 10% health. It's finishing move time. Now he do this. I'm actually curious if that's like a monument somewhere in Colorado or in Denver. If that's just something they threw in so they could the level. Because I could easily believe it just being a thing there for the sake of having Monsoon throw that at you. And flash, 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 flash. I'm gonna chop him up as much as I can, because why not? Boom. I like how you can actually see the head just fall in the background.
It's just bouncing around. That's pretty magical.
That's so funny. And now it's just on the floor.
Or be killed.
And here we go again.
Don't be ashamed. It's only nature running its course. Your memes end here.
No, I passed one to you. Sure as the sun.
Good lord.
Pray. On the wake.
Also, apparently Monsoon is from Cambodia.
Is as it should be.
It's kind of hard to see on the little view screen, but it says his place of birth is Cambodia. River mode tutorial, now playable. And Raiden still has a hole in his body.
Raiden?
I'm fine, Kevin. Relax. I'll get the brains.
I've also got a hole in my gut, but you know.
I love how they're just talking about out of context earlier. I'll get the brains.
All right, man.
Later.
I find it interesting how Raiden's sheath, like, has that one little spot thing that looks like it's another blade, but you never actually do anything with that.
Mm.
It looks like he has like a smaller knife or something he could pull out of that. But yeah, that was Chapter 3, Mile High. Gosh, does that fight suck with Monsoon.
Yeah.
And again, there's just a lot of spots in this level that I'm just not the biggest fan of. Also, we unlock his side fuse, Dystopia. That is a very interesting little weapon, to say the least.
Would you say it's the weakest level in the game, or...?
Weakest? No, it's just probably the one that has the most annoying parts to it.
But have we already done the weakest, or is it still to come?
Ooh, that actually is a very interesting question. What would I consider the weakest?
Come back next time to find out!
Yeah.
Trying to encourage people to actually keep watching.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, will we actually find out? Which one do I consider as the weakest level in the game? Well, watch and find out. And on that note, thank you for watching this. And next time we will continue our raid of World Marshal and meet someone, or I should say, reacquaint ourselves with a certain somebody and deal with them.
Will we ever learn about nanomachines? Are we going to learn about what are we going to learn about nanomachines eventually?
Oh, that little bit.
That's not the question.
That's not for quite a bit, but
stay tuned.
Indeed, stay tuned to find out. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys next time. Adios.
Bye-bye.